Assalamualaikum Ciladers, kembali lagi bersama Miss Anita. Di segmen kali ini kita akan membahas tentang pengalaman Ramadan salah satu mahasiswa internasional asal Palestina. Nah, kita langsung masuk aja ya ke pertanyaannya. Kita akan tanya beberapa hal terkait dengan pengalaman Ramadan di Indonesia dan juga perbedaan dengan di negara asalnya. So, Anas, how are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah.
Baik ya. So we gonna talk about Ramadan experience. So both in Indonesia and maybe in your country. So we can share some like different habits during the Ramadan. And talking about Ramadan in your country. So how would you describe Ramadan in your country?
Ramadan is in our country is like just more considered one of the most important months in the year, especially the time for Buka Puasa. It's like we usually gather all of us. We keep our family moms preparing the food since Zuhur. Yeah, start to prepare the food, especially if we have invited our relations, friends, uncles, like that. So during Ramadan, we have full months of like just more gathering and Salatul Rahim. In normal days, like it, maksudnya macam yang every month, every just more you visit one of your sister. But we make this months to improve the connections, to give to what the forgiveness. Yeah, for the people that we have like fighting with or like we have a problem. So we take a chance in Ramadan to tasamuh, maghfirah between each other. Yeah, so Ramadan is very important and it's very nice when we have it with our families in Palestine or in Gaza.
Okay, so yeah, I think Muslim has the same opinion that Ramadan is like the most important month of the year where we can do fasting and also do more good things and to improve our relations with God and also to be more connected to the families so we can gather and break the fast together every day, right? Okay. And maybe is there any like special tradition or activities that only happen in Ramadan in your country?
Same.
The same, yeah.
Same months, yeah. It's like the same habits, like the same culture, like regarding to the how to practice Salat Tarawih, yeah. So especially Ramadan, it's look like the same because we are like in religion, same religion here. But the culture, I think, in the different is the special things in Gaza is Ramadan is the month we eat too much more than other months. But I think in Indonesia it's same like the normal eat. Yeah, but in Gaza, like you will find the table of the food, it's full of variant type of the food, variant type of salad. Yeah, but in Indonesia, as I just more like in practice, nasi, then just more some ayam, yeah, small portion, same as normal. Yeah, but in Gaza, the table will be full of colors, yeah, colorful with the food.
Okay, so like you will eat more in Ramadan compared to another month, but isn't it make you become gaining some weight after Ramadan?
Yeah, most people they say like Ramadan you can lose weight, but the reality in Arab country they will gain weight.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's not they lose weight during the day, but when the time for Maghrib they will eat until most of us we cannot go buat tarawih, so just like eat then sleep.
Okay. Ya, kalau makan banyak-banyak nanti nggak kuat tarawihnya ya.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting because in Indonesia usually we think that after Ramadan we'll like lose some weight because we fast every day like that.
This in Indonesia, in Asian country, but in
Di
Arab
Arab enggak
country,
ya?
like if you see the videos, the just more ask the people, it will just more like they will gain weight, not lose weight.
Oke, jadi di Arab ternyata enggak ya guys ya, makannya lebih banyak di bulan Ramadan. Terus kalau di Palestina khususnya ada makanan spesial enggak yang memang ada cuma saat Ramadan?
For the first of Ramadan, like most of Palestinian families, they eat something called mulukhiyah. It's like a green pepper yang just more is like buat like macam kuah. Yeah, so they take it like a symbol untuk like just more let's start Ramadan with a green light. Yeah,
Oh,
so whole
okay.
Ramadan will be nice. Yeah,
Apa namanya tadi? Makanan
mulukhiyah.
Molokhia. Oke,
Molokhia.
Molokhia. Oke. So it's like pepper, green pepper.
Yeah, it's like a green pepper yang just more from apa tuh from the tanah. Yeah, people will take they will take the pepper yang the leaves, yeah, green leaves. They will take the leaves and will what we call it mix. Either some people they mix manually, like there is a what we call it, it's like a knife. They will do like that, or they will use a blender.
Oke,
Yeah.
pakai blender.
Yeah, it's when it's be fresh, it's more delicious than the frozen one because
Oh,
some
I see.
manufacturers they do like frozen, but when you have it fresh, it will be more nice, more delicious. Yeah. So most like 90% of the people in Gaza, the first day of Ramadan, they will eat this meal
Molokhia.
molokhia with rice or with ayam like that.
Oke. Hari pertama ya biasanya orang
Yeah.
Palestina
After
makan
that,
itu.
a lot of things that you will eat,
Yeah, many
musakha,
things.
makluba, yeah, kabsa, gitu. Yang semua everyday different dishes semua, different meals.
Yeah. And talking about food and also Ramadan. So is there any special Ramadan food that you miss the most from your country? At the moment when you're here, you
Yeah.
miss the food in Palestine during the Ramadan.
I miss the gathering,
Oh, the family
more
gathering.
than the food because like since 7 years, like just more like I'm being alone in Malaysia. So and then Indonesia. So the most thing that we miss is like the family gathering with your adik, with your parents, saudaraku gitu ya. This is the most important. More than the,
The food.
For the food, I miss the. We have something called like macarona.
Macarona?
With bechamel. It's like a spaghetti.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a spaghetti, but it's have a special way to cook and different from the spaghetti, normal spaghetti. Yeah, this is my favorite was in Gaza.
okay. Makarona ya. Kalau di Indonesia, we call it macaroni. Maybe it's
Macaroni, yeah. I think same, yeah. But the way that we make it as
yeah, the
layers,
cook.
yeah, layer of macaroni, layer of meat, then
Oh, it's like lasagna.
yeah, but it's
Oh.
totally different from lasagna. Like, but the way it's looks same, but the type of spaghetti is different,
It's different from
macaroni.
lasagna. Okay.
And the sauce that we use is not used for lasagna.
Yeah, like the bechamel sauce,
Yeah.
the white sauce, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can cook.
I can,
Maybe you
yeah.
can cook Palestinian food.
Yeah, I can cook some. Yeah, I do sometimes cook. Yeah, and I buy some alat untuk yang masakan untuk Ramadan.
Oke,
Ya.
kayaknya boleh nih diajak masak-masakan Palestina ya, boleh ya. Kapan-kapan ya kita undang untuk masak ya. Oke, now you are experience Ramadan here in Indonesia for the first time, right? Or maybe you
For
in
the
different-
second time.
Oh, second time.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you see the difference between Ramadan in Indonesia and in Palestine?
Yeah, and it's just more regarding to the what we call it, like during the day, we just more and we go to the masjid every day. We just more like the masjid will be full of the people that they are reading Quran, yeah, and like halakat of tahfiz, especially in Ramadan, they increase the numbers of pages that they just memorize. Yeah, but here I think it's like because the culture is very different, so the people may do that in their house or there's like special time. Yeah, that's a bit different in the Jismo. But the for the what we call it for also the different here in Indonesia, some masjids they pray 23
Yeah,
rak'ah.
23.
In Palestine, Gaza especially, we just like pray 8 and 3 for witr. Yeah, this one of the main difference in Ramadan.
Okay, but you already like feel comfortable right now,
Yeah, yeah.
to spend Ramadan here in Indonesia. Okay, then how about have you ever found something that surprised you, especially about Ramadan in Indonesia? No?
Normal. I think
Normal,
because
yeah.
I more adaptive to the culture, so everything I face is look like normal for me.
Yeah.
I think because I grow in this region, yeah. So like many things that maybe if you ask different people, they will say like it have a
Different.
difference. But for me, it's look like the same because I grow here and I adapted with the culture since I am young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like maybe
I
you
feel
find
like
it like
Indonesian,
normal.
Asian, yeah. Most of the people, like even my family, sometimes they call me like you become look like Asian. Yeah, you're not
You're not
Palestinian
Arab.
anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so do you know that in Indonesia during the Ramadan we have like a cultural habit called takjil. Do you know takjil?
Iya, takjil. Aku semalam kemarin yang selalu begitu jalan kasih takjil untuk orang yang sama aku yang ikut organisasi Laziz ya. So setiap hari aku yang semua pergi bantu yang buat takjil. Ya kemarin yang ada kita bagi takjil di jalan yang jalan utama. Ya jadi yang kita ada yang 3 karyawan gitu, karyawan. Jadi yang ada orang yang skip first karyawan datang untuk me to ambil takjil from me, but even like the another karyawan, it's before me like this. It's here and I am here, so they skip him and they come to take the takjil from me just more instead of taking from the first one.
Oh, I see.
So this habit actually we also have in Gaza. On the main road, on like a small sembang, some people they will do like a donation, like or we call it rahma. If like some of his family like pass away like that, so he want to give sadaqah, so he will collect some water with the korma and go to give the people on the way. So we have this habit also, but not every time. But here I saw it's one of the main values in Ramadan.
Okay, so like sharing the food, with
Yeah.
the people. Actually, the word takjil refers to the food itself, so it's like snacks. Usually during the Ramadan, in every street of Indonesia, like there is a sudden food stall in every street, and to killing the time before the iftar, Indonesian people like to go stroll around and looking for the snacks and the food. Some others like they make or they share it to the public or the community in the streets. So maybe you have tried some of the takjil here in Indonesia.
The one I tried that I give is like korma with a cup of water with some biscuit snack like cake or roti, like that. But I don't know if there's other takjil or
mostly like they sell how do I say traditional Indonesian snacks. So maybe you should try. Maybe you can go around in Semarang or in Simpang
I think
Lima.
kemarin aku di asrama.
Ada.
Aku yang mereka kasih aku yang semua like plastic bag. It's have like snacks like kerupuk. Dan cake yang tiga warna kuning. yang
Rainbow
cake biasa
cake, ya.
ya gitu.
Yeah, basically like that. You should like go stroll around before like around 5 or 4:30 to like see many people, like, how do I say it? Like they are going to war to buy their own takjil because like it will be sold really fast. So we have to like be quick. And so that we can get what we want, like that. But maybe you have another answer about this. How do you feel like so far experiencing Ramadan far away from home?
It's like a special moment, as like mix of feelings, which is like we are missing our families in Palestine during this time, but at the same time we here try to help them as much as we can. So I think I feel okay that I am surrounded by good people in Indonesia, and at the same time missing them, and inshallah I'm trying to help them, to provide them any kind of help during this Ramadan, by the help of Indonesian people here, so we can provide to them like what we call it, like a food or something like that. So inshallah we are seeking to help them as much as can in this Ramadan year.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. And maybe this is the last questions. As we are now fasting, maybe you have any tips from yourself. What is your best tip for staying productive during the Ramadan?
I think it's like we have, as Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad is for sahur. To be like the sahur, some people they think it's like it's just like to keep whole the day without starving or not feeling labar, but it's actually it's sunnah. So at least like if we eat like a korma, so Prophet Muhammad was sahur with korma with some milk, like that. So I usually for like normal days, if I didn't like get a nasi for sahur, so I will just grab some korma with water. So I think we have to go for the habits of sahur. At the first, follow the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. The second is like to be proactive, to be able to continue the day without suffering, inshallah.
Okay, so first is following the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, So you do your sahur only with kurma and water?
But sometimes I do just like eat nasi. But I prefer just to be like simple with kurma, with water. That's it. More proactive. If I eat, I think I will be labar after 2 hours because my stomach already knows that you ate. So after 6 hours, it will feel like I need more food. But if you just like eat korma, so it's already known that you khalas, it's like your routine for the day will be like that.
Okay, wow, okay. So itu tadi tipsnya.
So for me, I just eat korma.
Tipsnya sahur pakai kurma dan air putih sesuai dengan sunnah Nabi gitu teman-teman. Maybe I will try it later
But don't blame me. Don't blame me if you become starving. Different badan,
Okay.
I'm not responsible.
No, I won't blame you. Oke, nah itu tadi teman-teman bincang-bincang kita tentang pengalaman Ramadan di Indonesia dan juga perbedaan Ramadan di Indonesia dan juga di Palestina. Nah, sekian dulu untuk sesi bincang-bincang kali ini. Terima kasih untuk Cilades yang sudah menyaksikan. Sampai jumpa di podcast berikutnya. Bye. Assalamualaikum.